folks. You see here we got the low salt warning on our Intex saltwater system. Chances are you really don't have low salt. You have buildup on the membrane, and I'm going to show you a little trick that inexpensively will clean this off. You can do this approximately once a month, depending on what's the minerals that are in your water, basically. So our first step is to unscrew this nut here that holds that on and pull the membrane out, and unplug it by unscrewing the second one here. And you'll see there is calcified buildup in the membrane. This isn't actually the worst I've ever seen it, but it's enough to trigger the low salt warning. So my trick is take just a plain plastic water bottle you probably have laying around the house, cut the top off so that it's about the same size as that, and get your bottle of vinegar, and we're basically gonna put this in the bottle, fill the bottle with vinegar, let it sit for a couple hours, possibly overnight, depending on how long it takes. That calcification will just literally fall off, and you can rinse it with some water or just leave it as it is and put it back in, and everything should be working the next day. I should mention before you unscrew that, obviously you want to close off the water supply. In my case I have the sand filter, so I just turn that to close, and that seals off this side. And then on my pool, where it comes out of the salt and into the pool, I just close that off, and that seals it to where you see the water's not pouring out. Just a little tiny bit of water that came out of there. Your system may not be as elaborate as mine. I've plumbed it with some PVC in certain areas and put in some solar heating and so forth, but basic idea: stop the water flow, unscrew the filter, the membrane unit, soak it in vinegar overnight, and you see it here, I've got it soaking in the vinegar, and I'll come back tomorrow and that thing should be clean as new. Alright, it's the next day, and you see it is clean and ready to go. So I'm just going to shake it out a little bit. Reinstallation is pretty straightforward. Make sure you line it up on the inside, and then it'll pop all the way in. If it's not lined up on the inside, it won't fit flush like that. And then now open this up. I'll allow the water to start flowing back into there, and then switch this one back to filter. I'll allow water to go in the opposite direction, so that'll start filling up with water. So I'm going to turn it back on, and all should be good. I'll turn the filter on, the water's flowing through there. Turn on my salt water, and the error should go away now. working now.